Now, this is the week that you will begin your essay by putting sources into it, and that's what you've been practicing. Now, to get started on this assignment, the first thing you want to do is to check your outline. In other words, you want to go back and make sure that that outline is in absolutely solid shape for this paper. Now, let's review again what your outline should look like. It should have a thesis statement. America must take action to improve prison overcrowding. So there is the thesis statement, the overall idea that all the body paragraphs are going to support. Then you must have your body paragraphs. Follow this pattern. And remember, last week we identified the three parts of the pattern. Part 1 is where you state the topic sentence for the paragraph. The first way we can improve prison overcrowding is to offer nonviolent drug offenders medical treatment and rehabilitation. And remember, that topic sentence must be phrased in the student's, own words. Then you back it up with a source. One source estimates that over 40% of prisoners are incarcerated because of drug use. In text citation, parentheses, Franklin, comma, space, year of publication, close parentheses, period. After you have gotten finished supporting your topic sentence with your sources, you, the student, say something else in your own words. Here, the student says, America is making a costly mistake. The most effective way to treat these prisoners is through rehabilitation programs, not prison. Then, what the student said is then backed up by source material. Source. A leading expert wrote, without medical treatment, these offenders are doomed to return to the prison system instead of becoming productive members of society. In text citation, open parentheses, Tobin, comma, space, year of publication, close parentheses, period. Then, the third part, you must conclude the body paragraph in your own words. In conclusion, the first step to solving prison overcrowding is to stop jailing nonviolent drug offenders and give them the medical help they need. So let's notice the parts. Topic sentence expressed in your own words, part 1. Part 2 is where you go back and forth between source and your words, source and your words. Source, the student's words. Source, and then the final part, student's words forming the conclusion. So that is the pattern that you should have in your body paragraphs. Student, source, student, source, student. Now, once you've gotten that outline completely under control, you know exactly what sources you're going to use to back up your statement. It's then time to integrate those sources. And by integrating those sources, we mean adding transition words. Here, let's take a look at this first group. The first way we can improve prison overcrowding is to offer nonviolent drug offenders medical treatment and rehabilitation. This is necessary because one source estimates, do you see how I integrated, how I made a transition between the sentences? This is necessary because one source estimates that 40% of prisoners are incarcerated because of drug use. And then I could put in another transition. However, America is making a costly mistake. The most effective way to treat these offenders is through rehabilitation programs, not prison. I'll put in another transition. As a matter of fact, a leading expert wrote, without medical treatment, these offenders are doomed to return. Tobin. And then I've got a transition phrase here. So, in conclusion, the first step of solving prison overcrowding is to stop jailing nonviolent drug offenders and give them the medical help they need. So that's what we mean by integrating your sources. By going back, reading the paragraph sentences, and seeing where you can put in transitions, transition words and phrases, to make a kind of seamless flow between your sentences and the source material.